Let's take a look at a quad biased squat. We're going to use heel wedges. You can just use plates to elevate your heels in order to help bias the quads. Now, for this movement, thinking about the movement pattern is important before actually getting into it. So when we set up, we do want to make sure that we are going up and down. We want to make sure that our heel wedges are set up properly. I'd like to have my toes touching the ground, not fully on the wedge, so that the wedges don't slip out behind me. We want to make sure that the wedges are about hip width apart, so a nice comfortable squatting position. Getting into the barbell, we want to make sure that it's resting on our traps in what we call a high bar position, not a low bar position for biasing the quads. Now, you'll back up onto the heel wedges carefully, please. And from here, we're going to get into position. Engage your core, make sure that you have a neutral spine throughout, and allow yourself to descend. Now, we're going to be looking to have maximum knee flexion or knee bend. This means that the knees will travel out over the toe. Everyone's range of motion is going to look different based on your body's proportions. Don't try to make this look exactly like mine or exactly like someone else's. Think about the key components here. We want our knees traveling over the toes slightly outward. We want our knees caving in towards each other as we ascend or descend. We want a nice neutral spine. Lower is not better if we are doing a butt wink and having our pelvis tuck under at the bottom of the movement. Lower is also not better. We are falling forward in order to come up. I'm going to show this from a couple of angles so you can really get an idea of what it looks like. And making sure our feet are comfortably positioned about hip width apart, maintaining a fairly upright torso throughout. No knees caving in as I descend or ascend. They're pushing slightly outward. The barbell is resting on my traps, on my neck, in a low bar position. Now again, I said I was going to show this from multiple angles here. Looking at it from the back, again, hip width apart here. Toes on the ground, heels on the wedges. We are going to be slightly turned out as far as our toes go. We do not want to have our feet too narrow or our toes pointing forward. Then from here, we're descending, and again, our knees follow our toes. As a natural position, our knees will be slightly angled outward in order to maintain a nice neutral position here. Helpful cue for a quad bias squat is thinking about a string in your knees forward. In time, there's a string pulling your hips backwards. You start the movement, you're going to duck under the barbell. Please don't put the barbell's height so high. You have to get on your tippy toes to get it off. It should be a little bit low, if anything. Then you'll back up carefully onto the heel wedge. Again, making sure that your toe is on the ground, heels are elevated. From here, barbell resting on your traps, making sure that we have that nice neutral spine. Elbows are not flared backwards. We want a neutral wrist. Descending, knees traveling slightly outward, aligned with the angle of the legs. Descending straight down and straight up. Again, maintaining that nice neutral spine throughout the entire movement. We'll watch a couple more reps here, but overall, again, the keys are simple. Neutral spine, engaged core, knees slightly outward, pressing out as we go down and as we ascend. Heels elevated to help us bias the quad by increasing the knee flexion. As far as hand position goes, we want it slightly wider than our shoulder width. Getting into the barbell, you're going to tuck your hair to the side if you're a girl with long hair, and then duck under the bar. You don't need a pad for this. Yes, you may be a little bit sore at first. Your body will get used to it, and you won't be sore after long. Position-wise, again, this should be resting on our traps, not on our neck, not too low. We don't want our elbows majorly flared out. We don't want our elbows in towards the body either. We want a nice, neutral, comfortable position here where we aren't bending our wrists. We're maintaining a nice neutral wrist throughout this entire movement. Now again, from here, just to show you a couple reps, knees are traveling forward, maintaining that nice upright position. We're not hinging at the hips and pushing our hips backwards and letting our chest fall. That's what we want to avoid. We also want to make sure that as we descend and push back upward, we're not pushing forward and upward. That is really common, but we don't want that kind of like wave movement. We want that nice descent and then pushing directly straight back up. So here we go again, descending, keeping a nice neutral spine, and then pushing directly back up. This is really going to tax your quads, which is obviously what we're going for, but you really do have to work to make sure that you are descending straight down and then ascending, pushing back up, straight up as well.